morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a bit of a day in the life on maternity leave. So it is a Friday morning, it's 10 o'clock. Basically this morning, I wouldn't normally get up this late, but Charlie, I'm just gonna sit on my ball for a bit while I talk to you. But bless, Charlie's alarm went off really early this morning. He had to work. He doesn't normally work on a morning, but he's had to get up earlier, so it woke me up about 6:30, and I was like, oh, I struggled to get back to sleep until I know he said goodbye and gone. And then I was watching YouTube for a bit in bed, and then I was like, right, I'm gonna actually try and just have like a little bit longer to sleep. So I think I fell asleep for like an extra hour, which is good. I'm pleased. So I feel a bit more human now. So first thing I do on the morning at the moment is try and make the place smell really nice and just get, my glasses always reflect the camera, but try and make everywhere smell lovely. So I go around lighting the candles, spraying my fabric softener spray everywhere, open the curtains, open the windows. Another mission at the moment, because it's been really super hot, is that we've been trying to keep the bedroom really cool. So we've got the grow egg set up that my lovely friend Emma bought me for my baby shower, and it has been on red with a sad face saying it's too hot and 25 degrees. So the plan is to try lots of different things to get the room to cool down, because obviously once the baby's here, she'll be sleeping in our bedroom with us for the first 6 months, and I think it's going to be so hard to keep her cool at the moment. I know it's going to be 27 degrees today, so we've tried keeping the windows closed and the blinds closed to try and keep the heat out. That was working. It was on orange and it was getting down to like 22 degrees, but then I think the temperatures heated up again and it's really hot. We actually had 2 fans in the bedroom last night, which I don't know whether that's really going to work with a newborn. So what I'm going to do, first of all, in fact, while I remember, is I'm going to get a bottle of water. Hang on. I'm going to use my old Love Island bottle from last year. I'm going to fill it up with water, I'm going to put it in the freezer, then later on when I go to put the fan on, I'm going to put this in front of the fan and hope that that's going to circulate cool air rather than warm air, because I think last night, although it was so nice to have a breeze on both of us, we had a fan either side of the bed, it was just circulating the hot air and it was actually getting warmer in the room. So I'm going to do this, have all this stuff to put away, the food bin to sort out. The food bin yesterday was smelling horrible and we barely had anything in it, but I think it's because we have it down there normally, this is the back door, like, what do you call them? French doors, the patio doors anyway, and because the sun was coming in, I think it was heating it up and it just smelled awful. So I've had it soaking with Zoflora in it, I've rinsed it out, it smells much better. I mean, it still stinks. How do you ever get them to smell nice? So I'm going to do the old trick that Mrs. Hinch does. Hang on. Excuse the fact that I've got no bra on. Look at me. Oh, big bump. And she does... Wait a minute. In the bottom of a bin, she puts some kitchen roll with some, now this isn't actually Zoflora, it's Fabulosa that I've got at the moment in pink grapefruit. So I'm just going to pop some of that onto here. I'll just put a capful on and it soaks it up, and hopefully I've got that on the bottom, and then I've got one of the duck things on the lid, but I mean that looks a bit manky now, I might take that off. Oh, then we just use these green bags from Tesco that are like, yeah, I think they're biodegradable. I don't really know. I know they're fine to go in the food bag, so I'm going to just pop one of these in, and then I'm going to put all this stuff away, wash the dishes, and start on the rest of the house. And then I'm so thirsty that I need to have a drink. So I'm going to pop you somewhere, but I don't know where I can put you. Hang on. monitor how much I'm drinking, I'm just going to fill up this bottle with Vimto and water and put it in the fridge, and then once I finish my jobs, then I'm going to try and drink it all. First job in here this morning, I'm going to just open these blinds a bit. I don't want to open too much because I don't want the heat coming in too much. It's going to be really hot. And I'm going to just do a quick spritz of Sephora and a whiz round on all my worktops. Yes. Go into all the rooms, spritz the furniture with my, this is actually Fairy fabric softener, spritz all the furniture, then I do the carpet with the Carpet Fresh. And I don't really, I mean, I don't have carpet, so I just do that mat. It just freshens everything up and I love it. I need to open the curtains as well. Haven't done that yet, but I'll give them a spritz first. Do upstairs. I like to light all my candles, so I've got a little one here. I'm actually running low on stuff, and I think I need to put new ones in my melts, my burners. So do one in the kitchen, one in the living room, and then I've got one to go upstairs. They take ages sometimes. I'll replace the one over here. This is Flower Bomb in this burner at the moment. Then I've got one in the kitchen that is baby powder, which smells really nice. We weren't sure in it at first, but it's really good. Just pour me, I need to empty that bin today as well. Pour my stuff down the sink, make it smell all lovely. I normally put like soda crystals in there as well, but I don't have any at the moment, so lovely. That smells delightful. I'm just all about everywhere smelling nice. That's one of my aims of the day at the moment. Silly, isn't it? Probably sad and pathetic. Right, how am I going to hold? I'll have to put you down a minute. Wait there. Take that fan downstairs. But yeah, so I think today I might try and have the blinds open a bit. See if that makes any difference, and have the windows wide open. See, because look, here's the grow egg, and at the moment it's got a sad face. I don't know if you can see, sad face in 24.9. So I need some air in, see if that makes a difference. Right, anyway, that's everywhere done. Oh, I might throw some stuff down the toilet as well, actually. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna have some breakfast and drink all my Vimto. I'm so thirsty now. Yeah, I'll show you what I make in a minute. Here's a question for you on this morning. Are you a wash up as you go kind of person? Or are you a I'll do everything, leave it by the sink and do it all later? Or if you've got a dishwasher, I suppose that's even better and you can just do it, just put it away as you go. But I like to wash up as I go. So I've just washed my knife that I cut the bagel up with, and then I will, before I sit down, I will wash my knife that I spread my Lurpak on with, because that's just how I like to do it. I'd rather know that I can relax later and not have the washing up to do. But I'm sure Charlie likes to just do it all and leave it till later. But everyone's different, aren't they? They all work in different ways. But yeah, I just wondered what you thought. If you want to tell me, you can comment below. I'm going to open the window in here, it's really hot. God. Breakfast ready. So I've got my Vimto, I've got my Pregnacare, and I've got my bagel, and I have got Keith Lemon to catch up on from last night. Keith Lemon, shopping with Keith Lemon, I just find it so funny. So I'll see you in a bit. Also I've got the fan on, which is nice and breezy, and it's smelling lovely and fresh in here. Right, breakfast is done. That programme was so funny. I don't watch Celebrity Juice, but I do find like Keith Lemon's other programmes just really, really funny. So I'm gonna get in the shower and do my makeup. I'll maybe show you me doing my makeup if you want to see that. I haven't done that for ages. Right, rather than tell you what exactly I'm using on my face, because it's just basic makeup, I am going to tell you a story while I'm doing it. So, let's start. Excuse the trains going past, it's just where I live. So, a couple of weeks ago, we had some spare bread because I bought the wrong loaf. And we used a few bits, and then we bought some more. So rather than throw it in the bin and put it to waste, I was like, I know, I'm gonna feed the wildlife that's outside, because I keep seeing like squirrels running past and birds. But it was more like, I just thought the birds will come and eat the bread. Train. So I threw the bread out onto the patio in the garden, and Charlie said, see, won't I come home from work later and all that bread is still there, you can pick it up. And I was like, trust me, something will come along and eat it. So anyway, Charlie was working from home that morning. I went into the kitchen to do the washing up, and I was like, babe, quick, come here. And there was a little squirrel has got some of the bread and was sat with its little tiny paws eating it on the fence, and I was like, oh my god, the squirrel. So this has just started things off, because I've now realised, well, every day I've put bread out. Some days I haven't had bread, so I've had to put other things out. I tried peas and carrots one day. They didn't like the carrots, they ate the peas. But yeah, so I went to watch Rocket Man with Sherry. Hang on. Just gonna buff this in a bit. Went to watch Rocket Man at the cinema with Sherry, and we went to Wilkinson's beforehand to get some sweets and a drink. And I said, I need to find some squirrel food, because I've got these squirrels in the garden that keep coming. But there was one squirrel at this point. The next time I went out, a few days later, there was 2. Since then, there's actually 3. So I realised the other day I didn't have anything left. The stuff I was putting out, they don't really sell squirrel food, because I don't think you're really meant to feed the squirrels. But I just thought, I just love watching them. They're so cute. They come along with their little paws. And what's actually been happening, I looked outside one day and this squirrel was digging in my flower bed. And it had only hidden bread from a few days ago and was eating this bread from the flower bed. I was like, oh, you sneaky little thing. But it just really makes me laugh. They're so clever and resourceful. Anyway, so this is still going on. I put rice cake out the other day. Charlie was like, nah, I don't think they'll eat the rice cakes. Oh, they did. They loved the rice cakes. And I looked out and there was 3 sat along next to each other on the fence, all eating the rice cakes. Well, I didn't get a photo in time. By the time I got my camera, there was only 2 squirrels there, but oh my god, they're so cute. So yesterday I put out granola, because we've had this granola, we basically moved with this granola in November, and I was like, oh, this is gonna, you know, I'm in my nesting phase, I'm trying to clean everything out, and I'm like getting rid of everything. I was like, I'm not gonna let this go to waste, so I put it out for the squirrels. Oh, they loved it. They were all sat eating granola. There was one eating a raisin, one eating a nut. Oh, so cute. So then, today I thought, I've got these little cheese savoury biscuits that someone brought around ages ago, and they're like tiny little cheesy crackers, and we probably won't use them. We don't really eat them, so I was like, right, I'm going to try them today. So in a little bit, once I've done this, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to fill some little things up for the squirrels, I'm going to water my plants as well. But I just think it's so funny. I'll have to try and film a bit today and see if I can catch them on camera. I just love the little things. And the other day as well, when I was I noticed one of them came down and there was no food out for them, so I was like, oh god, I failed here as a little Snow White in the making. So I had to quickly grab a rice cake, and I opened the patio door really quietly because it ran off. It got a real fright. There's 3 of them. 2 of them are quite timid. One of them will just sit right by the back door and like no shit's given, and the other 2, if they see someone, they totally freeze for ages before they move. But these yeah, the other 2 are really funny and go, but this one of them just isn't that bothered. And I can kind of work out who's who now. I haven't actually given them names yet. Maybe that's the next thing to do. But anyway, so I went to put out a rice cake the other day. It ran into the trees behind the house. And then by the time I'd sprinkled it all about, when I looked up, it was sat on the fence watching me. It was obviously thinking, right, as soon as she goes, I'm going for that rice cake. And I went to tell Charlie. When we looked out the window upstairs, there it was, eating it. Just so cute. Also, these are grey squirrels, so we don't get red ones around here, or if you do, I've not seen any. So that's my squirrel story. I'm gonna speed you up now. Right, it's a little bit later now. It's 1:30 and I'm going to go and feed the birds and the squirrels. So I'll show you what I've got. I'm going to put out so some of these, some granola and some cheese savoury. So I just pop it out onto the patio. So I'll see in a bit if anyone comes and gets any. I'll try and film it. It's taken me like a bit of time to get going today. I just don't feel 100%, but I don't know if it's the heat or what, but I'm just not feeling great. But I'm going to try and eat some lunch now. I'm just going to make a wrap, like something simple. And I'm going to just lie on the sofa for a bit, I think. Yeah. And then hopefully I can show you the squirrels. Sad, I know. So my Tesco shopping has just arrived, so I'm going to put that away. I've had no animals in the garden yet. It's now 3:15. I've just watched the first couple of episodes of the new series of Stranger Things, and it is really good so far. I have to watch it, pardon me, I have to watch it when Charlie's not here because he hasn't seen the first 2 series, and he's like, I'm not really sure, don't really like it. He doesn't know, he doesn't like it because he hasn't actually watched it yet. But yes, anyway, I'm going to stick all this shopping away. I've just had a very chatty delivery guy, but bless him. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute. He's home from work at 4:30 on a Friday. Yay! Oh. So I think we're going to try and sit out in the garden and have an ice pop or an ice cream or something, but my hands have just all swelled up. Yeah, so I'm probably going to end the vlog here because I haven't really done much, have I? But I did cut my toenails, that was one of my jobs for today, and I did clean the fridge. So that was my 2 things I wanted to do. Charlie's just glued to his phone.
It's been a long, hard slog at work today. In the sun.
Right, hope you've liked this video. I haven't vlogged for a little while, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Right, it's actually a couple of days later and I'm editing, but I have to show you that it's raining outside. I've put some bread out and look who's on the fence. It's little Sydney Squirrel. Look how cute. Oh, so cute. Coming for some food. It's got a bit of a scraggly tail, this one, but oh. Here he is. Jumps down. Oh.